Graham Arnold has signed on for another 4 years. Why, Graham? We know how much pressure is involved in being the national coach, particularly of a football team playing in the World Cup and a world game. You looked exhausted after Qatar 2022, but congratulations on that effort.
Are you saying I didn't look very good?
No, not at all. You always look great. But what is it? What is it that made you decide, you know, with offers coming in from elsewhere, to stay in charge of the Socceroos?
Just probably, Trace, pretty simple. I just love Australian football and love Australia, and I just want to help Australian kids. And, you know, I just really feel so passionate about the Socceroos. I've been involved in and around the Socceroos probably now for 45 years, and I know what a difference it can make to a player's life, being successful with the Socceroos, and then the players then fulfilling their dreams. So it was, you know, a little bit of a tough decision to make because I was getting some good offers, but at the end of the day, the heart is green and gold. And
do you feel as though you really are the father of an extended family? Because I know a lot of players speak about you in those terms. The Young Australian of the Year, Aware Mabil, was talking about the fact that you very much are a father figure for many of these players. Does that influence the way you look after the team and the sorts of players you choose?
Yeah, look, I think that's, especially the new generations, it's the only way to manage people these days and get the best out of them is not just being there for their professional life, but also being there for their personal life, because everyone has different issues in life or different things in life and have grown up in different ways. And so, you know, I spend a lot of time speaking to the players, just not only just about football, but also about their personal lives and where they're at. And it's always a great response that, you know, when you speak to them in that way, that they call me like I'm dad. But yeah, but at the same time, you have to be hard on them at times to get them, you know, with the football decisions. You know, the personal side of it, you can be softer, but getting the best out of people is the most important thing. And the relationships that we've built probably over the last 4 years was always in the back of my mind as well, especially after what we achieved at Qatar, that I truly believe and feel that we're only 50% of where I believe we can end. And we brought through a lot of younger boys. The senior boys are great leaders now. At the start, that wasn't probably their strength, but they're leading well by example. And I think and feel that we've got a lot more to achieve, and that's probably the big reason why I stayed on.
All right, I'll let you go on this one. It's a tough job. I don't know how anyone is a coach of a football team, or any team for that matter, or a goalkeeper when we're talking about football, because it's just almost a thankless task. But you actually put a call out when it was announced today that you'd re-signed, and that is that you think the government needs to step up more.
Yeah, look, I think over the years I've been involved in and around the Socceroos for 45 years in Australian football, and we don't get anywhere near what the AFL get, what the rugby league get, and we're a world sport. And you know, if you look at the, you know, I've spent a lot of time in the Middle East and Asia, and if you look at the resources they've got, the training facilities they've got, they're going up in leaps and bounds, and we are staying where we are. And we've been homeless for 45 years. The organisation hasn't had really an office block to stay in. We've moved around a number of times, and we don't have a home of football. And that's what part of the job of my new part of my job, of staying on is we need the government's help. You know, they're not even funding the Socceroos for high performance, you know, and helping with our resources. And you know, it's pretty hard to understand, especially when you see how much passion the fans have got for the game, like they showed at the fan sites around Australia when the World Cup was on. So, yeah, looking at that as well is the most important thing, to help kids have a life. At the end of the day, if we don't have the resources, if we don't have the pathways, if we don't have the opportunities, well, then the kids won't get the opportunities to fulfil their dreams in life.
Well, Graham Arnold, all the best for the 4 years between now and the next World Cup in 2026. I imagine we'll be speaking to you a number of times between now and then.
My
Congratulations.
Pleasure. Thanks, Trace. My pleasure.
Back to you, Ros.
Thanks, Tracy.